Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, that reminds me. Good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. Give me a moment. I have appeared to have forgotten something. I'll be back in a short second. Right, now I'm back. I forgot the drink. You see, I put it in the freezer to try and cool it down. I wanted to chill it a bit. It's a bit more bearable to drink when it's a bit cold. Yes, good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling? Feeling chipper, feeling spry, feeling ready to fly high in the sky? Keep the rhyme going. And to die, die, die. There you go, there's another one. Sky, die. Look at me. Absolutely waxing poetic, aren't I? Oh, it's raining where I am. A bit windy and stormy. It's nice, it's cooled down a bit. Always nice. A bit of a problem recently. It's been quite humid and horrid. Good evening, Tiberian. How are you? Oof. I was thinking of making a bit of a punishment game out of the drink tonight. Ukyo. I've realised I hadn't shown this one on stream. I bought this probably about 2 months ago. And I haven't really shown it on the stream. Probably would have been a good fit for Sekiro, honestly. It's a nice bottle. Almost the only reason I bought it. You know, sake's alright. And in the right situation, just put my clothes away. Fair enough. Reminds me, I need to do that too. There's a basket sitting in my wardrobe that I haven't folded up. It's just very tiring sometimes. Yes, Ukyo is tonight's drink. Just thought I'd mention it, because I've had it for ages, and as you can see, that's not how hats work. Well, clearly you haven't met me, master of wearing hats, in 1,000 different ways. And hello, J-Hank. How are you? I was just sitting here talking about today's drink, Ukyo, Japanese rice vodka. A vodka that has a very strong flavor. You know what that flavor is? It's sake. I don't just fold anything. Fair enough. I can't not fold things, otherwise it won't fit. It's a vodka that kicks like a vodka and tastes like a sake. In the right situation, it's worryingly easy to drink. Sake, as with many drinks. Tired and sleepless. How about you? Well, I haven't slept since I got up 4 AM this morning, so I suppose tired and sleepless as well. We're partners in crime, with our terrible sleep schedules. Or responsibilities that require us to get up early or not sleep. But yes, Ukyo, it works like I find with many sakes. I find sakes don't work quite well on themselves. They build up on the palate too much. In my personal opinion, I feel like they build on the palate a lot. But if you're eating certain meals with it, especially things like, you know, your hot pots, and your shabu-shabus, and your sort of barbecues that you do yourself. So you're cooking it as you go. Or like, you know, kind of picking stuff from the center of the tables, you know, sort of grazing meals. Where you're kind of sipping a bit, then eating a bit, then sipping a bit, and then doing something else. It doesn't build up as much on the palate. And it makes it very easy to drink. This drink is just like any other sake, except it's 40%. It is honestly amazing how they've managed to do it. It tastes so much like a rice alcohol. It's pretty amazing. So I thought I'd make a punishment game out of it. Considering I have nothing to eat with it, I thought every time we truly died today, we'd give it a bit of a sip. You know, I'm not gonna say drink the whole damn thing. My liver would explode. Sekiro, can you put the date what's happening in the game? Okay. Last 2 Sekiro streams. I know what happened last stream because I was looking at it to get the number for our death count. Last stream, I know we murdered our father who pretended to die in the past. So that was fun. We jumped down a hole into the abyss, which is actually what the thumbnail's about. Oh yes, in the previous one we beat Genichiro. No, we didn't beat Genichiro. We'd already beaten Genichiro. And that's when I drank the yam vodka. If I remember correctly, because he fought some monkeys. Yes, I fought a worryingly large amount of monkeys. So many monkeys. Mystic monkeys. Violent mystical monkeys. A monkey with a gun. A monkey with 2 swords. That's also albino. Truly, a lot of monkeys. A monkey that I cut the head off of, and then he picked up a sword and his head, and he fought me. Oh, he's went to Brazil. Maybe. You never know. If there's a monkey in Brazil that's about the size of a 2-story house, and when you cut its head off, it kind of gets up and puts its head back on, and starts trying to stab you with a sword that you cut his head off with. We also met that monkey again, after he got a wife. Turns out, really hard to kill a monkey who, when you decapitate, he doesn't die. But, turns out, there really is fish in the sea for everyone. There is that perfect person for you, because that lonely monkey with no head found his own partner. Too bad that partner beat me to death a few times until I murdered him, and the partner just turned into white dust. Truly. A relationship to be inspired by, I suppose. Dying within minutes of each other. Other than the monkeys, what do we do? I drank yam vodka. Native Australian yam vodka. That was pretty cool. That's the one where I fought those monkeys. That's where I fought that monkey. Oh, I murdered 2 giant snakes. Oh, I murdered 1 giant snake and, stole the dried heart from behind another giant snake. There's another thing that happened. I talked to a child and fed her a persimmon. And then I murdered my father. If I remember correctly. So a lot happened. What drink did I have last time? Last time I played Sekiro. Ah, yes. Yes. The bull of a deer. I don't know why I said it like that. But it was a good time. Ah. Oof. Anyway. Speaking of vodka, that yam vodka though, I discovered a great news for me. My Amcast is gone. I can finally indulge myself in some PS2 gaming after a month and a half. Congratulations on your recovery. I broke quite a few bones when I was younger. So, I understand. Tried to turn a macaroni and cheese hamburger skillet dinner into a bacon cheeseburger skillet by adding bacon, ketchup, well, adding bacon I feel like should have been the end of it, wouldn't it? Macaroni and cheese hamburger skillet turns into a bacon cheeseburger skillet by adding bacon, I would imagine. There's cheese and macaroni and cheese. Ketchup, mushrooms, mayo, pickles, and onion, and I succeeded in making myself yeah, well, that is a lot. Ketchup, mayo. Why mayo? I feel like ketchup and mustard, and probably what? I would have probably gone ketchup, mustard, and barbecue sauce. Why mayo? Pickles and onions are fine, but why mayo? That seems confusing to me. I feel like you could have probably just stopped at ketchup and mustard, throwing the pickles and onions at on. It's probably the mayo. It's probably your body being upset by your terrible combination of things. Mayo just seems strange. And also, it sounds like you didn't cook anything enough, making it sound like the bacon was just raw bacon that you grabbed out of the fridge. But that does sound like a very heavy meal. But I've had a macaroni and cheeseburger recently, actually. In the last few weeks, I went to a local burger place, I think. Was it a burger place? Was it a burger? No, it was a burger place, but I can't remember when it was. Where was it? When was it? Here. But I had a macaroni and cheeseburger. I can't remember where the hell I ordered it from. I'll be honest. Somewhere. I was having a day out with some family members. You know, I don't think cheeseburgers have mayo on them here. Cheeseburger. Let's go with the McDonald's cheeseburger. Burger. McDonald's. No, I do not want the cheeseburger pizza from Domino's. Absolutely frightening. Do they have those burger joint pizzas in America? Because Domino's here has these burger joint pizzas. Macca's. Okay. Nope. I'll for share an image next time I get one. Fair enough. We do not. Well, they do here. They're called burger joint pizzas. I'm gonna get a picture of one. They are... I've had one out of curiosity. One, wildly expensive. And two, really not that great. Because I like my pickles to still be quite... You know... I want to say moist, but I know everyone hates that word. So, well, I've already said it now. But, you know, I like my pickles and my burgers to actually still be, you know, not dehydrated. Oh. But the problem about pizzas is they cook them. And the pickles they put on these burger joint pizzas... I'm doing a... It's not tracking me very well. The camera is not doing well. Will it recognize me now? There we are. Burger joint pizzas. I'm doing the inverted commas. Domino's burger joint. Yeah, let's go with the cheeseburger one. By the way, McDonald's cheeseburgers only have pickles. They have cheese. You know, beef, onion, ketchup, and mayo. Ketchup and mustard, not mayo. Sorry. Not mayo. Mustard. They have mustard. No mayo. I actually thought they had barbecue on them. But that might be the quarter pounder. Okay, what's his name? Fan saying it. The most hilarious thing ever. Right, was that moist critical fellow? I was listening to a video of his recently, that screamer. Most critical of us. Fascinating, interesting way of speaking he does. So let me get this picture. Actually, maybe I should get a picture of all of them. It's a big picture. That'll do. AU Burger Joint Range. That's what I'm looking for. But yes, we don't have any mayo on cheeseburgers here. I wasn't aware that that was a different way of doing it. Most critical, like moist Jesus. I just know him from that weird meme that everyone does. Mimi. Here we are. Here's some free advertisement for Domino's in Australia. There's your burger joint pizzas. Let's do a crop and zoom in on some of these. I believe that's a cheeseburger one on the side there. Do a crop and zoom. McDonald's is part of the gold standard for bacon cheeseburgers. So one of the bacon cheeseburgers in America. Hey, Marcus is not bad actually, but yes. Here's this cheeseburger burger joint pizza. Look at those dry pickles. Dry as the bloody Gobi Desert. The Simpson out here is jealous of how dry those pickles are. I just made a reference to 2 Australian deserts. Well, not 2 Australian, one Simpson. But yes, no, it's not egg. Unless you compare it to any other hamburger joint. Yeah, it's true. Pickles on a pizza, yes. Yes. And I'll admit, they're pretty good at making it taste vaguely like a burger. It's one of those things where it's enough like a burger that I honestly wished I'd just spent the $17 bloody on a burger, not this righteous piece of garbage. Honestly, mate. Don't know what they were thinking. Well, they got me, because curiosity killed the cat when it comes to me, but yes. That's the other one. I'm not too sure what the other one they have is, but it's got ketchup on it. Yes, ketchup on a pizza. Let me look at what they've got, actually. We have gotten very far away from drinking sake. So there's the hamburger. That one's the one you're looking at right now is the hamburger. It has mayo and ketchup. With food. I don't know. Honestly, I wish they had more pizzas with olives on it. I really like Italian-style pizzas with olives and stuff like that, but they have bloody one at Domino's. One, and it's called the Godfather. And it's actually one of the cheapest ones they've got, so honestly, I guess I shouldn't complain. Yes, they're good in the first few bites of my dish, but they got very old very quickly. How many bloody pickles did you put on? By the way, that pizza you're looking at right now, I'm gonna read you the line that Domino's describes it as. Welcome to the Outback Steakhouse experience, you Americans. Loaded with 100% all beef burger pieces, American burger cheese slices, red onion and fresh tomato, mozzarella, butter pickles, finished with mayonnaise and tomato ketchup for your 100% American burger joint experience. That is a hamburger pizza. They call this burger joint hamburger and claim it's something to do with America. So, mate, tell you that. Just as bad as that bloody Alice Springs chicken. It wasn't great. I'll admit it was a rough eat. They'd never sell that here. No. They're trying to trick us with that bloody American cheese. I don't think there is one Australian who likes American cheese. No offense to your weird cheese, Americans. But I don't think Australians like it. I don't think I've met many Australians who like that coloured cheese. They like their cheddar, you know, the normal colour of yellow. Not, you know, looking like it's about to start running for presidential office. That was a zinger. Point is, how'd they call that stuff cheese? It's true, but everyone else in the world, I believe they call it American cheese. I don't think anyone's referred to that type of orange cheese. That orange cheese is always called American cheese. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. I'm gonna go to the burger joint near me. That's a type of cheddar, is there? Well, that's not what we call it here. We just recognize it as that horrid, brightly coloured stuff that everyone's, for some reason, very distrustful of. Oh, I can hear the police. They're coming for you. Who's done something wrong? Sorry, I just thought of a stupid joke. I'm gonna go to the local burger joint. I see, a local burger place. Well, the Google's Salivate wrap is American cheese too, though. Ah, fascinating. Okay. Let's look at a burger joint. That's very American style, I think. Kind of like a diner. Oh, you can even do a gigantic burger. One of the most renowned food challenges is the X-Restaurant Challenge. Do what it takes to conquer the burger with 5 patties, 5 slices of cheese, lettuce, tomato, and special sauce. Well, proprietary sauce. With a double serving of super saucy fries in under 15 minutes with no drinks and help from your pals. There you go. Now give me the actual damn menu. I don't want your challenge burger. What have we got here? A lot of American cheese on these burgers, but this one, I believe, is the place that has it. Yeah, the Mac Daddy. There you go, the Mac Daddy. Mac and cheese. Beef patty, mac and cheese, American cheese, Miss K's fries, lettuce, sweet barbecue sauce, and mayo. There you go. I was wrong. This American-style burger joint does, in fact, put mayo on their stuff. Didn't even realize. Tower of a burger with tons of cholesterol included. Yes. You both can get a $30 gift card and heart problems. £5 steak if I ate it in an hour. I could only get through about 4 pounds of it. £5 is a bloody lot, mate. Yes, it's most burger joints, as you'd say in Australia, are actually American-style burgers, because I don't think there is Australian-style burger. The kind of burger idea, they're all, you know, styling themselves after American diners. This place does too. You know, with names like calling their fries Miss K's fries, sort of thing. But a lot of them use American cheese. But I don't remember it being that horrid stuff, so they might be lying to me. But yes, fascinating stuff. This is the place where I got the mac and cheese from, though. Wasn't bad. Was a rough burger on the stomach, I'll give you that. We are very distracted, but it's fun. It is fun. Ugh. I've never done those food challenges. I'd be fascinated to try one, honestly. Probably put cheddar on most stuff here, fair enough. That's what I do. Cheddar cheese, Old Tasty, or... Actually, I don't think I can name that cheese brand. Because I think it's a slur. I can't remember. Is it? I don't know. I don't want to be known for saying it. It is a cheese brand in Australia. That may be a slur in the UK. Might be a UK slur. Ah, stuff it. We have Tasty cheese, which is very self-explanatory. It's cheap. And then the other kind of cheap brand of cheese, cheddar, that I mostly get for things like making, you know, nachos and stuff like that, is, and putting on toasties and stuff, and whatever they call them. But yes, it's called Coon cheese. Coon cheddar. Coon. C-O-O-N. I think one's heart can still work after all of that, with great difficulty. And also, their heart will work fine until, you know, 2 days later. Then it'll be a problem. But yes, Coon cheese, with Tasty cheese as being its competitor. They're the sort of cheap cheddars that you see mostly here. Sometimes I wonder how my heart still works after all the things I've eaten. But, you know, genetics, ain't it? Bloody genetics, isn't it? Ain't it, mate? And so I've a bloody kangaroo kicking in me guts. Shed of American cheese on Discord. Alright, yo. I think I still have Discord open. Yes. It's that kind of... They say no artificial preservatives or flavors, but do they have artificial colors? Because there's no way that gets that orange. Nobbies, you're only old. It's true. I'm only slightly overweight. I'm only in this the overweight category. Not the obese category, I believe. Or I might even not even be that. I don't remember what they use anymore. Is cheap... What is it? What is it? Is BMI still a thing? Heart Foundation. That seems good enough. Yes, apparently I'm considered slightly overweight. I need to check my waist, though. I certainly could be better. Anyway. Let's stop talking about my horrible health. I know how badly I eat. Oh, I've also just seen your... Not seen how to put your hat on correctly. No, this is not a kabuto. This is a... Opub... That's why I wear it upside down. It's kabuto up backwards. Yeah. It's the Australian way of wearing a hat, you know? Because you're upside down all the time. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it seem reasonable to you. I've gotten confused, you know. I forgot to adjust it for, you know, the difference between Australia and America, you see. Cross signals to dairy slices. O2 back. But yes, no, this is... I forgot to adjust it for you Americans. You know, we just all wear our hats like this in Australia. You know, being upside down and all, you know, the sun sort of goes through the planet. So we need to wear our hats upside down. Not on our feet, upside down, because that works. Just believe me, I'm an Australian, you see, and we are real... We're a real existence. Actually, I recently watched a very fascinating 10-minute video about a man who didn't believe Australia existed. Went on a whole tirade about it. And it all started because he just hated the Australian accent. He believed more than the South African accent, the Australian accent was worse. Speaking of South Africans, I know so many South Africans. I feel like I see that accent so often. So many South Africans I've met. I've also seen your other message type, Arian. Sort of posting the schedules on YouTube. Fascinating. Sorry for Vegemite signals combined crash in Australia now. Vegemite signals. That does sound like Australian. Honestly, I just realized you wouldn't... Oh my goodness. Oh yes, I see. I see. Wow, that's an old one. That's an old advertisement. I still believe the country I live in is not real despite living in it. No, it's from 1990. Goodness. Don't remember that. Let's watch this. We're gonna watch this. Ad for it. I think this will be a fascinating little piece of history. Okay. We're gonna jump to the gaming screen for a moment. Shush. I'm gonna watch you together. There we are. Welcome to my terrible recommendations, because I only watch other VTubers with this account because I do it for research. Okay. Great that I grabbed the right one. Oh yes. Excuse me. Watch this for a moment. Now, desktop audio. Mute the media source for now.
What you get when you cross the harbour bridge with a big red rock. What you get when you cook kangaroo.
Oh, look at this. It couldn't be more Australian.
Vegemite with a Kraft single slice well. Blend of vitamin B rich.
Ah yes, research.
Goodness of cheddar cheese, you get that great taste.
Mmm.
What you get when you cross a boomerang with a football. New Kraft singles, day one day for each other.
So what is it actually?
What you get when you cross the harbour bridge with a big red rock. What you get when you cook kangaroo with an emu.
Emu? Ah, that's frightening.
Blend of vitamin B rich Vegemite and the goodness of cheddar cheese you get.
Fascinating. Yes, there you go. That's the most Australian ad in existence. Oh, good God. Haven't spotted any koalas yet. You missing out on your bloody bingo card. Oh, apparently 8 years ago. And by the way, let's look at the comments of this. And it really does feel... We've got Katashi Kidada, sorry. Just gotta cut this down. Focusing on these comments. Let's look at these comments. Almost all of them are positive, and I'll tell you why. See, you may hate the idea of Vegemite and cheese being mixed together, but let me tell you of something called tiger bread. Tiger bread is a piece of toast, or a piece of bread. You put your Vegemite, your margarine or your butter, your Vegemite. Then you put 3 strips of cheese, usually cheddar, and then you throw it in an oven or a microwave or one of those tiny little toaster ovens. And you make tiger bread. Which is why almost all of these comments are positive. Because Australians really liked mixing Vegemite with cheese. Hey, apparently 8 years ago, they did a new run of the thing. They remade it for a short time. Eating the new Vegemite singles on toast right now. Eating the Vegemite singles on toast right now. Think they're bloody amazing. I'm eating the re-release of these singles right now. Oh, so bloody nice, mate. That was the best. They should bring them back, mate. Ooh, the best cheese, mate. Love this stuff when I was a kid. Vegemite cheese spread called Vegemite Cheesy Bite. Ooh, yummy. Vegemite's basically the spreadable version of brewer's yeast. It's true, because it is. That's what Vegemite is. It's yeast. Brewer's yeast. Sort of thing. Sort of slag left over from brewing. Hilarious. They don't melt properly. Old Aussie ads. If anything, it was the processed cheese that made it less than perfect. Oh, look at that, mate. This challenge, the person who posted this ad, the challenge. Remember, these tasting pretty good. If anything, it was the processed cheese that made it less perfect. Oh, what a challenge. Also, I do like this person's name. The artist formerly known as Quirky Girl 12345. A good name. Anyway, I wonder if I can look up a picture of tiger bread. Tiger bread. Tiger bread. Vegemite. At least, maybe this was... Yes, there it is. You know what? I'll get a real picture of it. Tiger 1. And a very nice, sort of curated picture of tiger bread. Tiger 2. So, let me show you tiger bread. We've gotten very distracted. I'm starting to realize. Tiger 1. Let's go with the nice curated picture. This is tiger bread. Ooh, look at that. Melted cheese and a toasted piece of bread. Oof. Delicious. Not too much Vegemite, you see. Vegemite's all about just putting enough. And you do mix it with butter or margarine. And I know it's funny to make people eat it straight, but you're really giving people the wrong idea. This is sort of the right amount of Vegemite. You can see there's quite a lot of white space. It's not... You don't cover it and make it solid black. This isn't bloody Nutella. Or, I don't know what classic American spread. There's a hole in the toast. Yes, the void. Or it looks like the toast is burned. But that's a nice, beautiful, curated picture. I don't know how they've managed to get their cheese to look like that, but let me show you what it actually looks like if you make it yourself. Now, I used to do smaller pieces of cheese than this when I was making tiger bread for my nieces and nephews, but this'll do too. This is really what it looks like. 3 lines. This is a more honest picture. This looks like somebody took it on a bloody camera, a phone camera from the early 2000s, but there it is. Kraft owns the Vegemite brand, so it was easy to combine. Indeed. Was easy to combine. But this is tiger bread, and it's probably the most edible way for foreigner people who aren't used to Vegemite to eat Vegemite. There's a lot of flavors here. You've got your margarine or your butter. I go with margarine when I'm having Vegemite. You've got your Vegemite, and you've got your cheese. It's quite good. I swear. Vegemite's nice if you get used to it. Well, not even if you get used to it. I think if you eat it the right way, it's nice. It's funny to watch people eat Vegemite because they're eating straight Vegemite, but that's not how you eat it. It's too sharp for that. How have we gotten onto this? Point is, Vegemite tiger bread, fairy bread, pizza bread. 2 of those are Australian traditions. The 3rd is made up by me. I'm gonna bring up tiger bread. Tiger bread is good, goddammit, and you will not slander the bloody name of tiger bread, so as I live and breathe, a Tiberian. You will be a true fiend if you slander its good name. How dare you? Also, I don't eat fairy bread that much. You see, I had always had trouble with bread when I was a young man. And so, I really didn't eat it much. So when I became older and all these things became more popular, I really didn't eat much of it. But fairy bread's alright. Margarine or butter. You know, hundreds and thousands. It's fine. What do you call those? Sprinkles? Like those multicolored sprinkles. Do they have a specific name beyond sprinkles? I believe the brand I always used to buy was hundreds and thousands. So my nieces and nephews, you know, our family always used to buy that brand. So the family always called them hundreds and thousands. Threw them in vanilla ice cream and stuff like that. Were they called hundreds and thousands over there, or were they different branding? Called them sprinkles usually. Yeah, hundreds and thousands was the brand. Just like Glad Wrap. Sort of cling wrap, I believe. But Glad Wrap is the brand that everyone calls it. Point is, you gotta, you know, try it, knock it before you try it. I always try American food, and other than portion sizes and the exorbitant amount of sugar that goes in things, I think we're the opposite problem. We have too much salt. Like, other than the exorbitant amount of sugar and portion sizes that Americans have. But that's the only thing I don't like about American meals. I find that America is quite a multicultural country, so they have a lot of good things. We call it Saran Wrap because of our brand name. Yeah, we call it Glad Wrap. And alfoil. But I suppose everyone calls it alfoil, right? That doesn't make it. It seems reasonable to call it alfoil. It'd be a bit weird to say aluminium or aluminum foil every single time. Al does sound like a certain brand, though, but it's not, I don't think. Point is, don't knock it before you try it, eh? It's not that hard to do. You could probably get Vegemite over in America, get a tiny little jar of the stuff, quite delicately put it on. Aluminium or tinfoil? Tinfoil, that's right. Tinfoil hats. That's the only reason I know it's called tinfoil. But yeah, we call it alfoil. At least I call it alfoil, and everyone I know calls it alfoil. So much easier to say. Alfoil. You know, limit those syllables, old mate. Limit those syllables. Anyway, what's some other Australian? Another drink. Speaking of Australian stuff, I recently bought a rum from the oldest distillery in Queensland. Beanley. An aged rum. An aged rum from Beanley Distillery. Fascinating stuff. So it might turn up in another stream. It's going to turn up today, actually, until I remembered I have this bloody Japanese rice vodka that was just sitting in the fridge. I kept forgetting it was there. Nice bottle. Very forgettable. Just such a nice, clean, sort of beautiful bottle. Fascinating thing about this bottle. It's got like a sort of very large, round sort of imprint in the bottle that kind of looks like a world. And Ukyo, I believe, translates to world, so I thought if that wasn't related. Sudden just chat again? Not that I'm complaining. I will get onto it. I have a few things I do want to do. We can keep talking about this stuff while I'm playing. I'm fine with that. But the game's already set up. It's sitting there, waiting to be watched. What happened to your helmet? I forgot to adjust it for American viewers, Lord Theo. I'm surprised you're seeing it weirdly, as you are not in America. You're in the Southern Hemisphere, like me. This is the Australian way of wearing a hat. Yes. Where are you, Elgato? There we are. Oh. Jimmy's. Jimmy's, eh? And non-parallels. Oh, yeah. Seems all a bit too many, far too many syllables to me. 114 deaths, damn. Was it 114? I thought it was 112. Was it 114? As Australian, I can vouch for the helmet wearing technique. Yeah, see? Cardbox has got my back. And also, Cardbox, please back me up with this. Tiger bread is pretty good, right? Tiger bread's pretty good. Yeah, good old tiger bread. A bit of margarine, Vegemite. 3 lines of cheese. I don't know, it's always 3. But that tends to be what I say. Don't vouch for it, mate. Hundreds of thousands. Still, a bit weird, isn't it? Right, Lux? I'm actually going to recheck if that I've not put too many deaths on me here. Melted cheese is overrated, but the Vegemite makes up for it. Yeah, see? Not a fan of melted cheese, are we? That's fair enough. Not everyone has the texture for it, but... Told you, tiger bread is good. Okay, it was 112, so I've misremembered. Put it up to 114. It's 112. There you go. Now, we just murdered our father. So, after we've had our patricidal outing, I did a bit of farming, of course. Managed to get myself some couple of skill points. Unlock a few things. I haven't decided where to put these 3 skill points. Kinda wanted to put it here in, like, flowing water. How many swords are we going to be dealing with? You know what, we'll keep them for now. Apparently confetti is another name for that. My tiger bread actually looks like orange with how crispy the cheese is. Oh dear. Also, I imagine when the Vegemite sort of made the cheese bubble and melt. So, it always had a strange bit of texture to it. Honestly. It always had a bit of a strange texture. So, it's a bit strange. Also, we're gonna go around murdering ghosts. How dare you? Ah! They can't get me now. But we're gonna use divine confetti, funnily enough, to murder some ghosts. Confused and think you made a new mod every time, but it's just Cardbox. Yeah, he doesn't turn up that often, but turns out there's a ghost under this lake. There be ghosts in these waters. There be ghosts. Oh, that's right. This one doesn't allow us to... He has the power to shoot water bubbles. Turns out, this is how underwater combat goes. Oh, damn it. Hey! Oh. Stop with your bloody vacuum. I always thought the fellow underwater seemed a bit of a, you know, like a color out of space sort of thing, you know? Ow! You bastard. You bloody drown bastard. My job's assassinating you even outside of work hours. Oh, for God's sake. Remind me to drink every time we have a true death. I mean, when we have to restart. Ow! God, he hurts, doesn't he? Down we go. See? These guys are easy. At least the ones underground. Since when? Since I remembered I have this rice vodka and I'm not going to drink it at other points. So, yeah, since then. Since I remembered I have this alcohol. And I'm not drinking it anywhere else. How the hell do I get out of this water? Evening, everyone. How are we all feeling? Have you heard about our Lord and Savior? Murder? If I'd remembered this was here earlier, it would have probably been a drinking game earlier this game. But hey, rice vodka. For a hard game, a hard drink to drink. And I'm only getting up to play another Japanese game tomorrow, so... Oh dear, that's not what I meant to do. Honestly, I think it's a good timing. Wow, he got very distracted. Evening, sir. Oh, yes. Have they done that yet? No, they haven't. Yes, I've forgotten what we were doing. There's one, actually, there's one more ghost I want to... There's 2 ghosts we need to defeat. Right now, if I remember correctly. Also, why can't I get to the ape's burrow? I need to check why we can't get to the ape's burrow. Yes. Trying to think of other Australian-only sort of stuff. By the way, this is where I farmed. Because this guy spawns in. He's very easy to backstab when you get it right. Anyway, I got Glen Fiddich Original 12 on a range and forgot about it because of the chaos that has been my life recently. Ooh, Glen Fiddich 12. Ooh, look at you, being fancy, aren't we? Feeling fancy? Ah, yes. A ghost appears here. I'd forgotten. Well, let's try and give this ghost a go, shall we? I forgot about how annoying this ghost can be. Where's our pacifying medicine? Yeah. Have you had a sip of it yet? How was it? Oh, you bastard. Teleporting away from me. Where are you, mate? No, it's still unopened. Oh. I see. Well, when you do have a taste of it, give us a turn. I don't buy that all that many cool alcohols other than your your Lafroys and stuff. I bought a bottle of Lafroy too recently, other than the Beanley rum. I bought some Lafroy as well. Down we go. Watch the Halloween franchise and drink every time you want to scream. That's bullshit. You get drunk very fast. Oh dear. It sounds like a way to get yourself killed, old mate. Sounds like a way to give yourself liver failure. Oh, for God's sake. This is why I don't like these. The divine confetti is almost necessary for these idiots. Oh, for God's sake. True death. You know, I'm gonna watch more horror movies this Halloween. I feel like I don't appreciate Halloween enough. What a waste of divine confetti. Yes, Unsea Day. Thank you very much. Oof. This alcohol's already making my stomach churn. God, it's awful stuff sometimes. Without the right food, I honestly say, sake is probably one of the hardest things I find to drink. Granted, there's some sake that aren't that bad. Can we ever get those last 3 shots? God damn. Oh my goodness. The hell was that? You dare smack me, mate. Hey, where are you? Knew I couldn't. Damn it, he moves. No, it's time to be a little turtle man. But yes, I bought a bottle of Lefroy recently. It was on sale. Damned. It's got a nice sale. Quite a bit off. I picked it up with that Beanley run, which actually impressed me. It's the first time I've gone to Dan Murphy's in a while and I haven't picked up bloody gin. I'm quite impressed with myself, I'll be honest. I'm very much a gin lover recently, so... Anyway. I've got to watch more horror movies this Halloween. I don't think Halloween lands on one of my, This shield makes it so easy to survive this fellow. Hey? Especially when you get the move that you can use. I feel like I'm being very mean to this fellow. Ah, yes. Uncontent friend. Makes the upgrade for the whistle for the very, very, very difficult boss we will be facing later. I'm not looking forward to that. Great of suspense to horror movies. Around a great suspense horror movies, you mean? Or you can recommend me suspense for 2 horror movies. You can recommend the suspense of horror movies, but not the horror movie themselves. Leave me in suspense about what the horror movie is. I can offer you suspense. No, I've watched your classics, your Shinings, your Stephen King's Psycho, not Stephen King. See, your Stephen King's It. Yeah, what is his name? Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock. Mostly because I was curious. I will admit, I did have a habit of skipping through those. They were quite boring to me. I don't get very suspenseful. That's the problem. Horror movies just don't work for me. So I feel like I need to watch terrible horror movies. Horror suspense and horror movies, but fair enough. Or watching horror movies with someone who's actually scared, perhaps. Because I just don't get scared by them, as dramatic as that sounds. We should probably be talking to our child friend. But I want to murder the last ghost that I remember. In this... Well, there's 2 more ghosts. Another one of those ghosts, and also a headless one in this forest. Whee! Down we go! Ow, my kneecaps. Oh, bastard! He's ripping my soul out of my ass. Oh, and he killed me. Who'd have thought? My soul is required to stay in my ass to survive. Oh, no, god damn it. Waste divine confetti by accident. True death. Cheers. Well, that was just embarrassing. Oh, and I wasted a divine confetti on that. Hello, chickens. Yes, yes, yes. I wonder if I'm going to go see it either, but I'm intrigued at what the horror is. Yes, maybe I should watch a bit more of a sort of... one of those more interesting, sort of intellectual horrors. As terrible as that sounds. I wonder if I can backstab a headless. Do they purposely place him under things to make it so it's very difficult to do so? Hey. Do you have to loot? Do you loot your cords and anything? No, no. When you die in this game, you lose half of the experience and half of the money you have. 60% of the time, or 70% of the time you lose half the experience you have and half the money you have. Sometimes you get unseen aid, which means you lose nothing upon death. But yes, it's mostly that. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for this. One! Now it's time to hide under my shield. Like a hero. I would not know what to do if I didn't have the ability to use this shield and then get the sort of anti-spirit effect that this shield gives you when you do an attack out of the shield. That's the thing. It's a, you know that divine confetti item I'm using? I get to use sort of the divine confetti effect when I sort of do the attack outs when I leave the shield. Aha, you thought? Ow. Run! And there we go. I quite like Sekiro. It's actually, in ways, a lot harsher than, quite harsh compared to the other ones. At least you have a chance to recover all of your stuff. In this, you're almost guaranteed most of the time to lose half of your progression towards the next level. Granted, once you have that level, you won't lose it. But money is one of the things that hurts the most, because money is actually quite difficult to get a lot of the time. And it's used for good upgrades. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get the upgrade to use that ability that I've been using to pretty much steamroll all of these spirits if I hadn't had the money. Money's a bit difficult. I'll give you that. So, let's steamroll that last one, shall we? I believe it's the abandoned dungeon, the bottomless hole. Let's kill the last ghost. And then we can finally go talk to the child that we murdered our father for. And give him some right. Oh, that's the hole. That's the hole we jumped down. That ominous story gate. Hello! How are you? Sheetsy Man Warrior. I'm coming for you. Don't you try and hide from me. Stop leaving around mines. This one's very weak. We should have fought this guy a lot earlier in the game, so we're actually quite strong now. Problem is, his arena's quite large. So he can do stuff like that. I'm coming for you. Actually, this... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. And get one that actually lets you use my... Actually, you know what? Let's be cool and use that. Oh, that's right. I forgot. When he's in the sky, I can just murder him. Forgot about that. Anti-air murder. Wait, mate. None of this funny business. Hey? Ooh, look at you. Jump. We know you want to. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, the bastard's gonna run away from now. He knows that I've discovered my great power. Hey? Jump! Come on, you know you want to. Oh, you bastard. This one likes running away. The other one did not. Hey. None of that, mate. And down we go. Good night, evil ghost man. Oh. Devoted soul. I forgot about this item, because I never used it the last time I played this game. Not in all 3 playthroughs that I did. Not once. Anyway, we've finally have run out of things to avoid our responsibilities with, so I guess we have to go talk to this child. Start the next part of the game, which is actually the part of the game I put so actually the part of the game that you know, what is it? The thumbnail is about. We'll finally get to see that wonderful piece of promotional imagery, screenshots that they used when this game came out. Choir skills. Really? I do not know which is the best choice. I really want to get the punches, because the punches are so fun. But, you know, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll be patient. Now let's travel to the tower lookout. Go talk to a child. Do a lot of talking to children in this game. Oof. My bloody leg's been giving me curry recently. Goodness. Ankle's not too happy with the amount of exercise I've been doing with my professional work these days. Good God. Unlock this again. Hello! Child! Oh, yes, hello. How are you?
そうですか。源一郎殿。まさか。
The rejuvenating sediment. Ooh, sounds delicious.
それは何だ。
落ち水の中でも特に濃いものを。そうあなたも落ちの檻を口にしたもの。
Resilience is one word for it. Weird immortality is another, but
今日あれはもともとは我が調べた書も薬私の兄弟子たちの誰かが持ち出し大方道中あたりか。
I knew it was alright not to talk to that
プロ
fellow.
様の
聞いた。
して
共に不死立ちを果たそうと思う。
そうですか。
今までの助け。
まるで根性の別れのよう。
Perhaps we are, lady.
私は主の命も果たしましたので、いつでもお声掛けください。薬師として。
I can feed all these people alcohol. Give them all sake to drink. Hello, child.
狼。
Okami.
ご無事で何を
Imagine if his name was like that. Okami.
切りました。
I believe he said kirimashita. I think he said cut him rather than kill him, but yes.
なすべきことを。
狼。ありがと
Oh, don't cry, kid.
父が
He was an ass anyway.
持っていました。
う。これはそうか。フクロウが持っていたのか。
床桜の枝。
エマ殿から聞いた話だ。床桜とはタケル様が戦況より持ってこられた桜。この城の裏手に。
Well, that's what that hole was about near the gravesite.
だが何床桜はやがて。
これがその床桜の枝。
I wish I had an Everblossom. It would be much easier to take care of.
おそらくは。
これでまた一つ。
I'm already feeling quite buzzed from this.
に近づき
I
ま
can't
した。
drink too much because I do need to get up tomorrow to do another stream and also a lot more.
そうだな。戻った。
はい。
預か。
これを。
これは
はい。先方寺の巫女が苦労さま
Senpoji or Miko.
そうか。良き米と見える。
Low laugh.
実
What
に
does
ツヤ
that
ツヤ
mean?
しておる。
噛むとはもうございます。
噛む。狼よ。米は
We've just been
炊いて
eating this
食べた方が
rice
うまい
completely straight. Just dried rice. Really testing this game's ability not to allow our stomach to explode.
何でも食べまする。
ならば嫌いではないのだな。
That's a positive way of looking at it.
よし。
良い。
Can't remember if you have to just reload the area for this.
さあ手を出すがよい。
は。
You know, honestly, that sweet rice ball does look like a human brain. Sweet, sticky rice ball made by Kuro, using rice from the child of rejuvenation. Wow, 2 children contributed to this meal. 1 produced rice out of thin air, or her sleeves, like some sort of magician. 4 grains. Grains from any vertical serving is worth 500 rice ball. It was astoundingly delicious. This one is sure to taste just as good.
これを。
おはぎじゃ。
Oh, huggy-ja!
先方寺の巫女殿にいただいたお米で。さあ
Alright. I can't quite remember what to do with this. Let's see. Because we're trying to get the perfect ending, which requires this rice bowl, you would believe. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, let's go talk to this divine child.
まあ
Where are you, divine child? Miko? They got like Miko, but I wonder if they use a different translation. Because Miko, I'd think of Shrine Maiden. I suppose that
ミコ
works.
に
あ、もらった米。
まあ流院の巫女がご自身でそのようなことを
とても張り切っておられた。
He was
まあ
enthusiastic. Ma!
そうなのですね。ああ、そうか。流院の巫女もまた人なのですね。
Yes.
なん
人
と当たり前
なのです
のことか。不死立ちもきっと。それでも巫女の忍びよ。一つ聞きたいのですが、
なんだ、
巫女様の名はなんと。
九郎様だ。
九郎様。
Mm.
とても良い響き。
I think he's a bit young for us.
さあお会いしたいものです。
I'm sure you'll get the choice.
巫女のようこそ。
Right. Huh.
さようならあなたの行く末に。
Hmm. If I remember correctly, you have to jump back into the illusionary world and talk to her there. Here, you can only give her persons. Oh, hello. Forgot I sent him here. Okay, have fun, folks. Yeah, well, you have fun with your work. Good night. Good night, mate. Anyway. Oh, hello.
そ私も。
I've forgotten what I'm supposed to do.
巫女のようこ。
カキだ。食え。
はい。
I'm so forceful. Eat this damn persimmon.
柿とはま。 さようならあなたのゆ。
Nope, she's gone. Okay, I had to rest. Then talk to her. This is all setting up the final... It's like the most difficult ending to get. I thought I'd go for it. We've still got the hardest boss of this game to deal with, but... Oh, look. How's she? There she is. How are you?
私はあの方たちを失いたくない。
Who are you referring to?
けれど流院をお返しする道、それを選べば皆と別れることにな
Why
る
is
かも
everyone
しれ
else
ません。
able to see the invisible children and I am not? It's very upsetting.
そう言ってくれるのですね。
It's like he's listening to a phone conversation with
あのお方
ghosts.
は
Only hearing half of
本
it.
当にお優しいの
And
です。
even that half you're not even sure is
これ
real.
を渡してくださったのも
おい、
巫女の忍びいらしていたのです。
That's not surprising. I sort of
おかげで
vanished
友
in
達
her.
と深く語らうことができました。
Why is everyone else able to see this
墓地
child?
の巫女たち。か。
はい、それであなた流院を断つのではなく、あるべき場所に
A
お返しす
returning
る
ending.
道
If there were
で
ever
す。
to be a Sekiro 2, this is likely where it would pick up from.
返す。
This ending.
そうです。流院は故郷を放たれ、この日あるべきではない場所に、故に
我らのような歪んだ命を生み出そうとする者が絶えぬでしょう。
It's an invasive species, this dragon's heritage, this magical divine dragon. Bloody invasive species. All over the place, like cane toads eating the grass, murdering snakes and birds. Absolute ridiculousness. People have got to be more cautious when introducing species to a country.
先方商人、
それは
この先方寺の開祖です。弱いは果たしていかほどか。体内くぐりのうちに巫女の
なんだ。
これは不死立ちとはゆえに、もし流飲を返す道を望まれるならば、先方商人より
考えておこう。
I'll think about it. I've done my thinking. Let's go! I've thought about it 10 days ago. It's a bit of a busy work, I know, everyone, but you know, we've got to do this busy work to make sure everything goes well in our final fight. The main hall. It's time to go into those caves infested by murderous insects. Just imagine if Australia's wildfire escaped to the rest of the world. We'd all be doomed. Gotta go do the grind. Well, you have fun grinding away. But yes, well, let's be honest, if koalas escape, they would die, because koalas are so spectacularly stupid, so willing to die, that they would die the moment they left captivity, let's be honest. But yes, you have fun, Hank. It's good that you're here. Silence. But the snakes, perhaps, would have a bit more success. The snakes, the spiders, perhaps the small marsupials might have a bit more success. I have forgotten where to go. Emus would just conquer the world. Well, yes, emus would probably be a bit more successful than most. I'd imagine kangaroos would be too. They could be quite effective. Because they're quite dexterous, so they'd be very difficult for other animals to catch, I'd say. Other animals would have a hard time with them, I'd say. Evening! How are you? Evening, just dropping in. Been a good time. Keep reality. Anyways, I wasn't leaving. I was talking about doing the grind in the game. Oh. I just assume people have things to work. There we are. Here's the Sempo High Priest. Along with his Sempo not High Priests. Very decrepit, I suppose. I was able to talk about doing the grind in the game. Yes. It's a bit, sort of, feels a bit grindy, doesn't it? Somebody's car alarm just went off. Glad you're still here, though. It's really nice to have some people sitting here chatting with me. Because, God, I have definitely drunk too much of this sake. I was going to make this into a drinking game, but the problem is the more you drink this, the more, you know, inebriated you get, and the better it tastes. Or the easier it is to drink, because you're, you know, sort of jovial, you're feeling a bit happy. Hey, lass, I have a book for you. I have some required reading. Shindeida. Oh, I'm gonna start singing. Oh, no, I'm not a singing drunk.
だが、
拝見します。なるほど。蛇垣というものを2つ食らえば、そうすれば私が。
I'm gonna was trying to conquer Uruguay. Oh dear. I know where Uruguay is, yes.
お主、鹿と呼んだのだな。
もちろんです。私は、越智の巫女の。
These priests were smart, setting up this whole thing to be able to steal the divine heritage.
留飲を返す道を望まれるなら
心当たりはあるの？
おそらく
Don't worry, I've already murdered 2 snakes, so I've got you. Here you go.
ああ、手に入れた。
Take them, the hearts of the serpent. I don't know how I got one of them, because I only cut its head open. But I did once watch a TV show where they
誠に食らうのか。
had to cook a snake so fast that its heart was still beating by the end of it.
留飲をお返しするためのただあなたの前でそれをするのははばかられ
Yes, it would be a bit disturbing for me to watch you eat 2 hearts. Very large hearts, too. They're not small. These aren't small snakes. These are snakes about the size of well, a large... Well, they're probably about the size of a coal train. Honestly, not Coltrane, the jazz musician. Coal trains, the part of the logistics network. But you know what we are gonna do? Listen to this person suffer terribly. Child is writhing in pain beyond the door. Very descriptive. If 4.7 million, what would happen? Really depends what kangaroos we're talking about. You know, there's really aggressive big male reds. Maybe we'd have a problem. Otherwise, I'm sure it'll be fine. She's still writhing in pain? Now, I think we go back to Kudo. Now. But, honestly, kangaroos are a pain, but I'd say they're like a pest. They're everywhere. They're very hard to get rid of. But I really think emus would be the worst. They're a lot more dexterous than kangaroos. They're a lot faster.
Oh,
それ
留飲の巫女の
苦労ですが。
ああ、
Mhm.
竜だが源一郎何か血を流す術があるひとまずさて
エマ殿に聞く。
確かに
Yeah, she has much knowledge of the human body, but I'd imagine as a doctor she probably doesn't have much knowledge of spiritual blood given to you by a dragon. So,
お主に
はい何でしょうか
巫女様の血を流す術だ。
何故それを求めるのですか
don't challenge me, lads.
竜の涙を手に入れ、不死立ちを果たす。そのためには、巫女様の血がいるのだ。
そう
So, that's all she says.
確か
So,
に
ですか。
流飲の巫女の血はですがあなた
Oh yes, the giant sword on my back.
お持ちです
Forgot about that.
不思議りか。
はいこちらを
Mortal blade in hand, my blood may be shed. With my blood, the aroma will complete, the divine realm will be in reach, the mortal severance will be at my hand. I must ask Tomoe to assist with the beheading.
タケル様が記
Whoa!
され
Beheading, that really escalated.
流
た。若これで不死立ちが巫女様にもお伝えし。
はい
Why do you sound not very enthused about this, Laz? What's this about? Ah, what's this? Oh, is this where that leads? I forgot where the door was that led to the temple. Well, while we're here, let's have her to the old mate. Hey, old mate, how are you?
まあ、己の牙そうした顔になったようじゃな。
I don't think I have any new prosthetics to fit. Nah. Upgrading prosthetics. I don't have enough of the, that grave wax. Anyway, give me a moment while we're sitting in this beautiful menu. I'll leave you here. I'm gonna go run to the porcelain throne. I have some responsibilities to fulfill. You know, they got accelerated by the fact that I've already drunk 3 or 4 cups of this damn vodka. I'll be back in a moment. Hello, my back. I just realised I never finished that comment about the yam vodka at the very beginning of this stream. I mentioned there was something interesting about the yam vodka, but I discovered that native yam Australian vodka actually mixes very well with a brand of root beer. It's called Yankee root beer. It's a cheap root beer you can get here. Exceedingly sweet, corrosively so. But the native yam vodka actually mixes quite well with it. It cuts through the sweetness very well and sort of both reduces it and also adds a new complexity of flavour. It's fascinating. You never thought those two things would go together. When I experimented with it for when I was eating my dinner tonight, I decided to experiment with a can of it and a bit of the yam vodka. An expensive experiment. It's not cheap stuff, but I was fascinated by it. Anyway, that was just something I remembered I didn't finish the story about. But yes, native yam vodka, Australian native yam vodka, goes well with those bloody Yankees root beer. And back we go. Trying to think of things. Fascinating stuff. Anyway. Yes, lend me shelter. Thank you. I did grab also a bottle of water. Yes, and that's what they're basing it on. I know root beer is very sweet, but it's nothing like sarsaparilla. So I bought a heap of, there was this cheap factory outlet here, and I was able to buy a slab of sarsaparilla, mixed sauce, double sauce, which is quite, it's a lot less bit sweet. And then you had Yankees root beer. And I was having a hard time figuring out how I drink the root beer, because the sauce goes quite well with rum. The sauce goes quite well with just the rum I've got, other things, but I could not figure out something, and turns out this vodka really cuts through the sweetness quite well. This sort of earthen, coconutty vodka made from the native yam, which has this sort of earthy, almost coconutty flavour. So it's earthy with an almost coconutty sort of nuttiness to it. It's quite nice. But it cuts through the sweetness really well. The sort of over-sweetness, I find. It really actually upsets my stomach. Root beer, every time I've had it, I've got a headache. There's a reason why the pallet's the slab I've got is still almost completely full. I get a headache when I drink this stuff. I drink it, I get a headache, my stomach hates me. But with the native yam vodka, really balances it out. Reminds me of the DSM who are looking at root beer and complaining about how cloying it is. But they get used to it. Yes. It's just one of those things. I find it gives me a headache. Wow. Honestly, I've never really heard someone use cloying like that. I like that. Cloying. Excessively sweet. Sentimental. Discussioning to a sickening degree. How did I not know about that? I've heard that before, but in reference to people. I've never really heard it in reference to things. They compare it to the Federation. The Federation is in the concept of the Federation, or the Federation is in the... Like a particular Federation. Like cloying, wow. I heard cloying in reference to people, though not people. Like, people being cloying and sentimental, but not used as excessively sweet. There you go. Fascinating. Now the Federation of Planets. Oh, DS9. Deep Space Nine. Sorry. Got it. Was really confused. I thought there was a Dark Souls 9 that I didn't know about. But yes. No. Deep Space Nine. I realized it after you said United Federation of Planets. Oh, yes. Deep Space Nine. No. I watched a bit of the original. I watched a bit of old Picard in Jean-Luc Picard in Next Generation. But it's true, I don't watch much Star Trek. Neither much Doctor Who, honestly. I'm mostly a crime procedural sort of person. I'll admit. Poirot and those sort of things. That's a lot of the TV shows I watched. And Blackadder and your Monty Python, all that sort of thing. And whatever thing was on the bloody TV when I first got a TV, when it was in black and white. But yes, it's true, I didn't really watch much Star Trek. I really want to go back and watch Star Trek, though. The Next Generation particularly, because I really like the actor. What's his name again? I've forgotten his name. How have I forgotten his name? Fellow who does Jean-Luc Picard. What is his name? Drawing a blank. Sorry. I'm sure somebody will figure it out. But that fellow. I really like him. So I should go back and watch The Next Generation. Really should. Pink Snake loves the new DO, forces everyone to watch it. New Doctor. Oh, and forces everyone to watch it. Who's the new Doctor? Patrick Stewart. That's it. I knew it was something like that. Who is the new Doctor? Has it changed from that lady? Who is Doctor Who now? Doctor Who. Yes. Who is Doctor Who? The Doctor. Who's this guy? Oh. You mean the newest one? The newest Doctor? Well, the old new Doctor Who. You mean the Jodie Whittaker? Which one? There's so many. From the reboot. Who's that? Is it that, what one was it? It's the sort of... There was a reboot, and I wasn't going to watch the whole of Doctor Who. I was actually going to watch from... Because I had seen a lot of the older ones where the Daleks were just trash cans dressed up in fancy outfits. But the, there was a reboot. I think it was the 6th Doctor. No? Or was it the 7th Doctor? I can't... There was a Doctor... I think they started the series in 2006, and that was sort of the reboot, where it lost popularity, and then somebody tried to bring it back, and it really worked. I remember he had short hair, like very shaved hair, like a crew cut sort of thing. And that's when everyone recommends to start watching from it again. So that's when I want to watch it from, but the problem is I can't access it anywhere in Australia. Except for Stan, and I'm not paying for another subscription service, the bloody Australian one. I need to find some way to watch it, but yes... There's an the way they rebooted it in like 2008 or something. So if she's talking about that one, then I understand. Also, I'm actually quite a fan of David Tennant. So I kind of want to watch his series. Anyway, we should get to this. But yes, Next Generation, Star Trek, and I just don't find I think of it when I have the time, you know? They're so large in time investment that I just don't think to sit down and start watching them. So it's really hard for me to remember. Anyway. Let me go back to the child. The Child! Sounds like I'm from The Mandalorian. Speaking of, I watched that. I don't know, why do I have the time for watching this? I don't watch The Mandalorian. There's a few things I want to watch in the anime sphere as well. God, there's so much time and so little to do with. Mostly because I just really enjoy doing menial tasks outside of things, and I forget to do them. Now... Fountain, for the first season of Star Trek. Yeah, I asked my niece about it. She recently watched the original Star Trek, and she said it was a bit interesting with modern tastes. Movies are great, though. So she recommended kind of jumping through the original one to kind of get the vibe, as she said, and going for the Next Generation. Guess it's David Tennant. Mandalorian is not worth your time. I've already watched it, mate. Too bad. My niece gave me access to her Disney Plus, so I watched it already. Over a series of weeks. I quite liked the old Western style of it. It was quite fun. It was fun. It wasn't perfect, but it was fun. There was also a random part in the first season where it cut away to a comedy skit between two stormtroopers, which was bizarre. Also, there's something very important to do with the story happening right now. You should probably be reading that and listening to me.
不思議に。
それが、
はい。
お
それが。
偽りの流因、待て、
はい。多くのオチの実。
流因は不死立ち。
御意。
We done?
狼、
はい。
どうじゃった？
Okay, thank God.
何か分かったか？
不思議になら。
そうか。
I forgot I hadn't talked to this child the whole time.
私の血を流
はい。
これで
You having to pay for Disney Plus?
法の材料は全てであろう。
I've recently divided the cost between me and a nephew because we've been watching a lot of old Disney movies as like movie nights. We've been doing this like simulcast thing where we both can watch the movie at the same time and pause it and play it at the same time. We sit on like a Zoom, not a Zoom call, but like a call and chat to each other while the movie's happening. We've been watching a lot of good stuff. Me and two nephews have been watching a lot of Disney movies, and Encanto and Coco and all these good, apparently good Disney movies. That are, well, it's Disney, so you know, but they're very, very enjoyable. I'll give them that. Oh. So I have been paying a bit, but not much. It's been divided between 3 people. With that Disney Plus account. So.
狼、これできっと。さあ。
Okay. Let's make some aroma. It's time to burn some incense. Get this sort of mystical... You know, these are actually some essential oils that'll do some mystical bullshit. That's for sure.
不思議よ。
Most of that essential oils is actual bullshit. You'd be an old man if you didn't use Zoom.
不思議よ。
Actually, I will admit, I'm a bit fancy. I use Discord. Considering I have a Discord account, I may as well use it. So I just pull the blade out and he just cuts the blade. His hand on the blade, but yes, we've been using Discord mostly, actually, because they both use it. So I've been using it too.
ありませぬか。
大丈夫。胸のあたり
A
は
small cut on your chest? Why would you do that?
これが
Kid, I know you're small, but just use your hand. There's enough perfusion in your hand. You didn't need to cut your chest open. Jesus.
はい。
We're not here to do a
何
thoracotomy.
か変わったことはあるか？
匂いと。
Nice, nice.
それから。源。
The Fountainhead Palace.
その言葉が。頭
Burned into my mind.
源宮。タケル様が書き残されていた通り、そこから宣教に通じているのだろうな。
We've been to the fountain base.
その
It's now time to
源宮への
go to the
道からは
fountain head.
かぐわしく腰入れ立てまつる香りの石が置かれた、
岩戸の奥の腰に入れば
I wonder what that smells like. I'm imagining sort of one of those infused floral flavors.
不死立ちは間近。
Has his own Discord, but not allowed in because we're rabble.
御意
Indeed. I have a mysterious, inconspicuous Discord that you'll never find. I don't, honestly, even with my relatives, we mostly actually have phone calls or use Discord as a phone call. Look at these stairs, by the way. This is actually how they are in Japanese castle, from what I've seen. The stairs in Japanese castles are quite steep. They're large and very steep, because the castles are actually quite, you know, small. So they need quite tall stairs. So you almost climb, they're almost like ladders rather than stairs. Or commoners, not as greatly as this is, yes. Not family is perhaps a better way of putting it. Eric, but with a C. Fancy. Mysterious. What was I doing? I've forgotten. Ah, yes. We're heading back to Mibu Village, if I remember correctly. Because that is where the most wild twist of this game happens. I feel like this is one of the most surprising scenes in this game. Is this one coming up? So everyone, keep an eye on this. This is probably one of the wildest things in this game. And also makes you really surprised at the stuff they put in promotional material. Because we haven't got to the promotional rate. You ever contact Eric Winters? No, I haven't. Oh, look, they even write on the side of the little table. Very convenient. Ready for this, everyone? It's time to get married. Because this is a vital penguin. And for some reason we put our sword down. And sit there. Like some heavily armed wedding member. I was going to say bride, but I already said bride before. It didn't seem clever enough. And, oh, look at that. Crunch. Oh, did we die? No, we didn't, actually. I'll plot twist that. Don't know what this is about. Seems like an awful way to transport one's brides. Being crushed by a giant straw behemoth. With a wooden stud for a penis? Not a line I thought I'd say, but let's be honest, look at this damn thing. What a twist! Who thought there was a mountaintop even higher than the mountain we'd already been on? I do not know why he has like some sort of wooden peg for a groin, but you know. This seems like an awful way to transport brides. And he ran out of energy. He just falls over. Did we murder him? I think we cut the damn thing's throat. And out we crawl. Somewhere. There we go. Crawl out of the thing. Hello. And this is how the bride gets transported. You know, I kind of quite like the white limousines with the ribbons on it, but, you know, to each their own weddings, I suppose. And welcome to the Fountainhead Palace. We've been to the Fountain Basin, now we've gone to the Fountainhead, where the water comes from. And considering how tall this mountain is, I'm not surprised this is a watershed mountain where all the water gets dragged to. It almost looks like they were more delicately put down before, because there seems to be this nice little landing where the stairs lead up to it. So perhaps it was a bit more delicate process before. And now let's fight the promotional boss. You all ready to fight the promotional boss? I am. I don't know if we can still do this. A corrupted monk. This time, not a ghost. But a real, living human being. Ow. Hey. Woo. This one is the first boss also to have 3 health bars. I really should stop not healing. Doesn't help this boss really hits hard. It's sort of one of those Souls games really like their bosses that act as sort of blockages. What do they call them? You know, oh dear, I forgot. God's sake. There was some way of, like, sort of cheesing this boss fight, as they say. Oh, for God's sake. How can a skeleton bleed? It's not a skeleton, that's just a mask. Slit your throat once. And here we go. Look! I wonder why that monk's called corrupted. We cut their throat and suddenly they grow a whole damn person. Ow. God's sake, you're a piece of garbage. Seems I'm gonna die as many times as they do. Please leave me alone. God, I'm not doing well with this phase. My reaction time is definitely not what it used to be. Permanent death. Let's pour another drink. Can't find the VTuber name, that VTuber name Eric now. Oh dear. Were they sitting on the name, were they? Perhaps they decided VTubering wasn't for them. Oh, for God's sake. I was doing so well. I lost so much. Anyway. I lost so much progress. Ow. I keep forgetting, I can actually activate my, things in the air now, my sort of... Whoa, what the bloody hell was that? Do you not remember that combo? Come on, lass. Oh, for God's sake. Jumping sometimes is very difficult. Stop running away from me! I blocked that. This is how you avoid that move. I think. Gah. Stop dancing around me. Hey. No, 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 no. You bastard. Oh, you bastard. Just before I got the bloody stab on you, mate. It's going to take a lot of concentration on my part, I'm starting to realize. And down we go. I didn't have 2 deaths. Damn it. This boss is definitely not one I should be drinking this many glasses of vodka down. Definitely shouldn't be fighting this one so many down. What? Are you jumped, Sekiro? Well, they faked her out. There we are. That's a good first phase. Can I block these? I can. Ow. 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 God, this monk. Hey. so frightening. Oh, stop laughing at me. Shush! Silence, fool! Eesh. Excuse me. Wrong way, lass. Ow. She's so much more resistant to poise breaking than in her second phase than she is before. And swing! Swing! We're really cutting this close this time. Really should stop spitting centipedes out of your cloak. It's really not doing well for you. That is that, old mate. God, you were tougher than I'd like. I'm gonna blame that on the vodka. First try. Without the vodka, it would have been a first try. Hey? That's right. First try, everyone. Captain Monk guarded the bridge leading to the Fountainhead Palace. Dragon's tally board. Possessing this increases the stocks that can be purchased. Prize by motion class. Disgates the Baron Ring to the Palace. Should be good increasements. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I can actually, using that dragon board, I can actually buy that divine confetti now. So it's not as bad. And also, welcome to one of the best fisters in this game. Look at it. Look at this place. Beautiful. Like a Sakura Japanese fever dream. Oh, yes. Oh, god damn it. A Sakura infused Japanese fever dream. The Fountainhead Palace. You can swim in there, the water. I'll show you what it looks like once I get the, Hello, fellow. Shh. These fountainhead nobles. Bit tragic. Oh, hello. I really like their flutes. It's a real shame they have the durability of a wet paper bag in a rainstorm, but... yeah, it's fun stuff. Where's the first sort of rest spot? Yeah. I thought there was one back there. It's a fascinating bit of place, and this is where the waterfall goes down and all the way to that sunken valley. These are all the weird psychedelic dragon nobles. This is what that fellow in the village wanted to become. But check this out. Person instantly kills us with the power of lightning kickball. They football so well it's like lightning. They kick a ball at us and we die. Oh yes, and this is the introduction of the Orkami anime, the sort of weird snake lady. All of these are apparently female. Because that's with their traditional Japanese bows and armor and all that stuff. Ironically, these look a lot more samurai, classically samurai, than a lot of the fellows we've met before. No shocking way to go. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, God damn it. I permanently died. That's not what I meant to do. That was a bit silly on my part. I'm going to lose all that experience that I just got. Oh, unseen aid. Thank God. That was very lucky unseen aid, because I would have lost almost a full level. I have 39 points I need to upgrade. I would have lost all of that. Half of that. Which is why I see it as sometimes quite a harsh system. You cannot let these guys play their flute in your general direction too much. Once I get to the next sort of, once I get to the next checkpoint, I'll show you what their flute does. It's quite fascinating, actually. They're quite like these weird lizard dragon ladies. See, all the men are those flute-playing fellows of this race of, like, snake people. And all the women are actually the warriors. Fascinating enough. Kind of harkens back to the actual commonality of women in combat in Japan. In ancient Japan, at least. With female generals and combatants being quite common in more ancient Japan. At least according to what we know. And that Lady Tomoe was one of these people. Shh. Damn flute playing bastard. Yes, it's all quite funny, this. How did you not notice the murder I was doing before? Oh yes, they've even got dragon dogs. Look at these horrid little things. Oh, that's right, I forgot they shoot laser beams. Look at these horrid little things. Yeah. Look at them. Their human teeth. I thought even drinking from the water they found in Head Palace by dogs would cause this. I kind of want a lightning reversal of this dog. Come on, use your lightning. Ow. Couldn't do it. Point is the dogs. They look terrible. I hate them. Beautiful place to live, though. I can only imagine really getting rid of the mildew would be very difficult in a place like this. Water, absolutely everything, covered in moss. You'd really want a hardy immune system. Ow, I forgot I can't block the lightning bolts. Hello, Lucifer-kun. Somebody looks breed-able today. It sounds a bit different from breed-able. Breed-able makes it sound like I'm some... It makes it sound something like some people don't have other problems. Look at Japan. They've got genocide of them all. Yes. Breed-able. I don't know why you capitalize the able part. Makes me think you know something I don't. What mysteries do you know, Lucifer-kun? Why did you capitalize the able part of breed-able? Makes me want to pronounce it as breed-able rather than breed-able. Cain and Abel? Perhaps we're making a reference to the Bible, because you're a virgin. Dear oh dear. That'd be a bit tragic at my age. Though I have met people that it have been the case for them. So I suppose it's not impossible. Just very uncommon. And wait, what does being breed-able being? I'm so confused. I've had too much rice vodka for this sort of complex internet lingo, Lucifer. I'm so confused. I've been drinking too much of the world, as Ukyo apparently translates to. Oh, fair enough. Oh, get it, got it. It's like a sort of roundabout way of calling someone a cuck. Got it. You're breeding, able to steal it. Got it. Fair enough. Understandable. I see where you're coming from now. It all makes sense in a sort of Luciferian type of way. Do like how it casually says, oh, their name is Priestess Yo. Glad to know that it's Priestess Yo. Weird, Aussie man. I'm glad you recognize me as Australian. Most people think I'm British. So thanks, mate. It's nice that somebody's actually recognized me as Australian. I'll take the self-affirming compliment. Truly, self-affirming. I go British when I'm Russian. I have an old mate that's Russian, actually. Granted, he's lost most of his accent, but... yes, he gets... you know, his accent gets accused from various parts of the world because of how he grew up in different places. Grew up in an international school in Russia, and so he had a sort of American accent, plus an Australian accent, plus the slight Russian tilt. It was a mess. But, you know, I understand that some people can get a bit of a messy accent sometimes. I once had a teacher who grew up in Ethiopia in an international American school with Australian parents. He had an interesting accent, that's for sure. Shh. My other half is worse. Fair enough. Well, half Russian. mean worse as in more Russian? Or with a more mixed accent? Because it's fascinating how accents can... East German, oh! No, don't... Suck my youth through a straw, you bastard. I need that. Wakayo. I'm a young man, apparently. Do they now? I don't know why they do. They're weird little dragon lizard men. You can't tell me what to do! USSR. Whoa. Goodness. Man who lives through history. A man who lived through history at chat, eh? Goodness. I suppose that's what my Russian friend lived through too. In fact, he came escaping the whole collapse to Australia. Well, first to America, then Australia. Oh, god damn it, he's enfeebled me. I'm an old man. He's old manned me. It turned into a man for a lot of countries due to being born in the USSR when it was still around. Oh, dear, I didn't realise that. Is it because of the passport you still have, or the birth certificate they require? Very rude. Who thought getting turned straight into a geriatric would be so detrimental to my health? Yes. Well, my old mate's become an Australian citizen, so he's never had much trouble with that sort of thing. He just doesn't mention it. Allowed in some Australian cities. Oh, really? That's a bit strange. A lot of sort of refugees from that sort of the part of the world. I believe my friend was from Kazakhstan? I'll have to ask him again, but I believe he was from Kazakhstan or Kazakhstan? Oh, which one is it? Kazakhstan or Kazakhstan? I apologize. Oh, that may help. That certainly may help. But I believe my friend was from Kazakhstan. He was sort of refugee sort of thing. Bit of refugee status, I suppose. Kazakhstan? I think it's Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan sounds right. I do forget these things. It has been a long time since we've talked about what his past was. I mean, it was the cops' fault. Oh dear. Unfortunately, the cops probably wouldn't see it that way. Kazakhstan, yes. K, not Kazakhstan. Ooh, I can make some of those abilities. This part of the game really forces you to be stealthy. If you're dumb enough to annoy me, you better be insured. Oh dear. Well, honestly, I don't know what I expected. Your name is Lucifer Coon. You may have a cute coon attached to your name, but that does still mean you are Lucifer. Murder does seem sort of like your bed and breakfast. Or at least forcing someone to use their insurance. My birth name was Lucifer. Oh dear. If your parents hated you or really were unconfident, like really had no confidence in their parenting style. Because I feel like if you call your kid that, you're going, yep, my kid's gonna grow up to be an absolute murderous psychopath. Yeah, okay. So absolutely no confidence in their parenting style. Got it. Don't you stab me. Shush. And you? Oh no, I've been enfeebled. Quick, run away! Old man Sekiro! Run from those nobles. Ah! Their terrible spell lasts not forever, my friends. Shh. To be fair, if you're not looks on the street heading first. You're heading head first into something. I suppose. Just blame it on bystander syndrome. Oh dear. Ouch. Just walk away. I'm dead. Certainly. I got hit by that train. Good God, you lasses. Ha! I jumped too soon. Stop throwing lightning at me, lass. Nope, I'm just lying. I like violence. Fair enough. I'm not about to sit here and judge you for that. I'm certainly more of a person who likes to solve things with words. Bit of a peacemaker, much to many a people's annoyance. Don't... Bastard, don't you dare. I've not got much youth left. Don't take the last left I don't have. Like sucking it through a straw. Now let's make sure I collected everything. I can see the allure being large. I'm not quite large. I'm smack on average for Australians, actually. Neither too tall nor too tall. These are my words. Goodness, how very... what is that? Anime of you. Anime. Japanese anime like that sort of thing, don't they? Sort of... you know, the whole speak through one's fists sort of idea. Enormous for a Russian. Oh, is that so? Not too sure of the Russian sort of, you know, the Russian, average height. I know the Australian one is 175. So there you go. I'm 175. I'm smack on the Australian average. $220. Good God, mate. An absolute giant. Built like a brick shithouse you are. Good God. I never thought of Russians as being small. No, neither did I. Neither did I. But 220 would certainly do it. God, mate. You are built like a brick shithouse. I really don't know what to use these skill points for, so let's go murder a bull. KN2. Certainly are. No doubt about that, mate. Oh, God damn it. My youth! KV2. So. These are like ends. Damn it. Death for me. Cheers to you. Whoa! Oh, we'll be getting close to the end of the stream, actually. Almost 10 o'clock. We might go for another 30 minutes. Discord. I I don't have those sort of things, unfortunately. I'm not that good at technology. There is a Discord, if Tiberian could be so kind. There is a Discord, though. Discord, I summon thee. I apologize, I haven't got that sort of stuff all settled out. I'm not very good at it. Technology is a bit beyond me, sometimes. Especially this whole live streaming thing. Hello, White Bull. There you go. There's the Discord. Come back here, you skull-faced bull. Took a while for Discord to give me the link. Fair enough. I never thought it could block a bull. Look, in general, when you die, yes, when I die, what happens? Me making mistakes? Of course I'm going to make mistakes. I'm several standard drills down. It's probably a terrible estimation of what I normally am like. I mean, surely it was a mistake by itself. Fair enough. Sound like that fellow who doesn't believe Australia exists. Ah! Oh, for God's sake, I've drunk too much, haven't I? Britain, but worse. That's one way of putting it. Britain, but with less history. And just as terrible at dealing with drink. Though we actually have tried, at least, to deal with our drinking problem. But, you know, everyone has their own opinion of Australia. I'm fiercely patriotic, but I'm not about to make you Texas of Britain. And I've never heard it described like that. That's a fascinating way of describing it. Britain, but just the criminals. And also, you're forgetting that natives lived here before. There was a whole, you know, large living culture before the Brits arrived and eradicated it from existence, but yes. It is a bit like Britain, but worse. Oh yes, this one you can jump on, but not actually kill in the first try. That's right, Bull of the Palace. Like a bucking bronco. Get back here! Mate, stop running away from me. Wow, this fella does some serious damage. In Africa needed it. Didn't need it! Yes, they didn't have the modern, beautiful technologies of whatever the hell Britain had at the time. Spices, I guess. But what you don't know, you don't have. Duck can't hurt you. You damn bull, get back here. That would be America land now. It's true, Americans certainly did have their imperial age, didn't they? And finally, the weird ghost pool is dead. Straight through the air. Very good. Yes. Ugh, America land, eh? What do you happen to hail from, actually? Good job, thank you. Where do you hail from, Lucifer? What country is fortunate enough to call your presence your home? Is it America? Or is it one of the other more reasonable countries to be awake at this time? Texas! Oh! I don't think we've had any Texans. A lot of Floridians, actually, we've had. But not many Texans. So it feels special. You're the first Texan to appear. At least the first Texan to admit they're a Texan. I want to bomb Florida. Oh dear. I think you've offended... In fact, Tiberian. I believe Tiberian is from Florida. Goodness. There's a fight about to start about Florida in here. It's 8 AM here. Oh, I guess it's a bit more reasonable at this time now. I see why all those bigger VTubers stream at 10 o'clock at night. You'd get most of the East Coast. And I'm in Hungary right now. Oh dear, very exotic. Hungary. I thought you said I am hungry right now, and I was like about to say, well, hello Hungary, I'm Eric. But, you're in Hungary. Yeah. You know, I've never been to Hungary. Granted, I haven't travelled to many of the European countries, but my father has been. Very cheap here. I also have a... It's nothing to do with Hungary, but I also have a tutor who's in the Czech Republic. An online tutor I worked with for a long time in the Czech Republic. Fascinating stuff. Hungary, eh? Amazing. Presidency for 2 weeks was only $500. Good God, that is cheap. Oh, they moved to Hungary, it seems. Anyway. Oh dear, I forgot about you. Now, when they say goldfish grow to as large as they're allowed to, I don't think that's what they mean. Good God. Forgot about the damn fish. I was about to make a joke about, sort of, what is it? High sins, but... Oh, look, they're playing ball. They're about to play death now. Shh. Let me kill your friend. They're playing Kedama or whatever it is. Turns out though, pack of 24 monster was only $15. Stop kicking balls at me. I do not appreciate being assaulted by round spherical objects that could be described as balls. What do you make them out of? For God's sake, ow! How did they even hit me? What, huh? There are 2 policemen. How have you not been deported? I worry, honestly, about... You know. About the current state of Hungary's police force. Now, I'm aware those sort of things. Don't want to trash them. And I'm sure everyone clapped as well. But that seems like a... If that is the case, that seems like a tragic state for the police officers of Hungary. Good God. Not really making me feel very confident about public safety in the damn place. None around. That's so. Well, be careful. If the police officers are that easy to beat up, I imagine the criminals are probably just as strong as you, so... At least take care of yourself, make sure you don't get mugged. Oh, so they started the fight with you, did they? Huh, fascinating. Honestly, where I live, Queensland, the police don't care that much. As tragic as it sounds. They do not care that much. To deal with people staring funny. Like, hey, do you think that guy is staring funny? Nah, mate. Probably just has something in his eye. But I'm sure everyone clapped when you showed these policemen what for. I'm sure, I'm sure. Oh, it's one of those dogs. Wait, what? Huh? What's this about? Ooh. Oh yes, the albino lizards. Shh, albino lizard. It's all okay now. It's all okay. Shh. To fight, beat up. Glad you clarified. Wouldn't want us to think there was some sort of fair competition in this. Stop talking to me. I'm trying to commune with this culture. Hello. That's right. You don't have anything fun, do you? That was no fun. Right, they need a gun. Oof. You are very confident in yourself. I've not been trained very much, but I have dabbled occasionally, and God. You are one confident fellow, aren't you? Well, I just hope you're not overconfident. Because I've seen what's happened to fellows who are overconfident. I've known a few policemen in my life who have had a gun and still been caught by surprise when making stupid decisions, thinking they didn't need to worry because they have the gun out. Misunderstanding how mad some people can be. Shh, everyone. For my 20 years of military job. Fair enough, that would make sense. That would certainly do it. That sort of training would certainly do it. Ah, what was it? Heimlich. Every game is a boss battle, the game. Are you talking about him or me? Stop dodging away. What? Oh, whoa, dear. What the hell? Oh. Well, being built like a brick shit house would certainly help. So I'm not going to discount you for that. It always is advantageous. God damn it. I keep jumping too early. There we are. Just felt like I had to redirect lightning just to feel like I was jump with my body when I was inside. According to physics, eh? Dragon Spring Sake. Very good. Now, where is that fellow who was kicking balls at me? I'm going to stab them to death. So then I can swim. Ah, the Okami leader Shinzu. Ow. Nice. It's not very... Haven't your parents told you not to throw? Did you check your score? Not yet. I do not check it when I'm in the middle of being shot by lightning, I'll admit. Not usually my ideal situation if you're checking Discord. Please, jump into the air. Please. Do a lightning shot. You know you want to. Where are they getting all these balls for? Come on, lightning! Damn. There we are! Basically, the human bumblebee. A strange descriptor, I'd say, but be not I to judge, I suppose. The human bumblebee, eh? Sting like a butterfly. Oh wait, that's the wrong way around. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Are you mute? What does that mean? Strange accusation. Oh, yes. Give me a moment. Wait, what are we talking? You're talking about the Transformer, aren't you? Oh, I see. There you go. Physics. I see, I see. Just check the Discord. Certainly built well. Must have to work hard for a sort of physique like that. Almost bursting out of your shirt. Fascinating. I know a fellow who's a bit of a gym buff as well. I've never had the sort of, what is it? Sort of, what is it? The discipline required to do that sort of thing. I've kept myself healthy enough, but I've not what you would call the sort of very big sort of healthy. That's right. Man-eating cops. Come at me, hey? What you gonna do? I've got a sword. I'm swinging it underwater. Oh, an actual bubby. I thought it was a Transformers reference. Don't we all? Stop running away from me, treasure cops. I'll get you one day. Yet I can do a rolling thunder. Ooh, fancy. That sounds like a wrestling move, doesn't it? Damn. Fast fish! Fast as a speeding boat. Precious bait. You do a front flip throwing your entire weight into one kick. These sunken buildings remind me of the fact that Japan is actually full of a lot of villages that have become sunken villages because of dams and the like. It reminds me of the sort of idea when a dam goes down, you can sort of find these villages hidden in the murk. It's very fascinating stuff, that sort of buried history, these villages where people used to live are now gone. Nobody knows, well, everyone knows why a dam was built, but no one who knows the history of that village, even its name, exists. I always find it quite romantic, I suppose, that sort of idea of the sunken village, the sunken town. Would be the normal for me. Well, mate, I'll have to trust you. I'm definitely not that much of a physical fighter, so my experience in such things are limited, to say the least. Also, oh, hello. Ow. Ow. Speaking of ow. Oh, that's right. There are two headless here, aren't there? And also the skeletons of many giant fish infested with glowing centipedes. Truly the ideal form of person. Giant fish. Down we go. I'll get you one day. Can you parry underwater? Yes, but I don't think I can parry the magic ghost blade. 79 kilograms yesterday. Ooh. God, I forgot how tough these bastards were. Shh. Damn ghost man. Leave me alone, fish. I've got a headless ghost to fight. Headless, half-naked, bloated ghost of ow. I'm not very good at this. Cheers. But, oof. And here I thought weighing 87 was a problem. But I suppose you're all muscle and power. Hey? Back off, you damn piranhas. I imagine it'd be quite so. You'd be very good at that sort of arcade game where you punch the thing, wouldn't you? I imagine it would be satisfying to hit one of those bags and sort of see it fly backwards very far. Can't say it's a relatable experience. I break them a lot. Ooh, look at you. God, it really kills me quick, doesn't it? How am I alive? A mystery to us all. And I'm dead. Terror is a nightmare. It's one-hit killer. Good thing you drink when there's actual death. Cheers. Speaking of actual death. God damn, I forgot how annoying these fellows were. This particular boss fight is a right nightmare. Because you do really have to go for the second one. First. Oh, damn it. Oh, for God's sake. I think you can parry underwater. I've never really tried, honestly. How? I was away from that. Stop staring, tearing my soul out of my ass. Cheers again. God, I'm gonna die. My liver's gonna explode. Glad I didn't really want that money I had. It's gone now. I can actually blow your stomach, would they now? You say that. Depends what you're putting in those drinks, I suppose. But if it's strictly alcohol, I don't want to seem arrogant, but I think I could handle it. I was born in Australia, after all, and I make cocktails quite often. Oh, yes, that would blow my stomach. Gallon protein shake a day would probably be the end of me. But if it's alcohol, I can handle my alcohol. How? We're Southern Whiskey Day. Well, mate, you better get yourself down to the bloody Smithsonian, because that liver of yours is a national bloody treasure. I'll admit, that does sound cool from a distance, but drinking that much whiskey sounds more like alcoholism to me. I'll admit. It does sound a lot more like alcoholism. And you slice the pickle pizza with mayo and ketchup. I don't think that's nearly as good as entire bottles of whiskey, but I appreciate the enthusiastic. Oh, you are an alcoholic. Okay. Well, I hope you get the help you need. That's all I can say. Last 17 years. God, that must be an expensive life. I hope you earn a lot. Must be one of those fellows who earn half a country's net worth in a single day. Because otherwise, that's a life to survive. I drink when I'm bored. Bored, eh? When you're bored. Weird flex, but okay. Certainly. If I malted, it wouldn't make it dead. Phew. Well, I'd hope. Because that sort of habit would need to have that sort of wealth. Seems like a bad reason to drink. Yes. I drink because I enjoy the flavor and I like making things out of it. It's a sort of fun thing to mix and match and create. It's sort of artistic in my mind. Sharrow Spirit Fall. What's that one again? Enjoy the flavor? Oh, I hope you do, because it's the amount you'd be spending on it. I'd hope you like what you're drinking. I'd worry if you didn't. Not cheap beers whiskey, well. Not much fun to be found in that sort of whiskey. Look at all these giant carps. It's almost like it's a common thing to have giant fishes in this lake. What time is it? Okay. We'll get past the giant carp, speaking of it. Fine southern age for 15 years in a burned oak barrel. Does sound good. I'm more of a 10-year Isle of Scotch sort of fellow myself. You know, I understand there's a price for it, but I'm a market for it, but I'm not much of a fan of the American whiskies. I'm more of a Scotch fellow myself. That or gin. But if I had to choose a whiskey, it would be Scotch. And it would be a Lefroy or an Ardbeg of the more expensive kind. But, you know, a 10-year Lefroy would leave me, or a 15-year Ardbeg would leave me perfectly content. Love a smoky Isle of Scotch. 75 proof. Whoosh! God! Trying to kill an elephant, are you? Where am I going? I've forgotten how to get out. Oh, that's right. I have to go up. Go over this way. Oh, there's the giant fish. What kind of proteins have they been feeding that fella? A medium one. Fair enough. Give me that carp scale. I'm never going to use it because I'm not being a completionist in this playthrough. Fair enough. As an Australian, there aren't many Australian whiskies. Unfortunately, there are a few. Sullivan's Cove is a very expensive, and I mean expensive. I mean $10,000 a bottle sort of expensive. Anything over it doesn't tickle my tongue. Well, after the amount you've said you've drunk, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised you can taste much of anything. Imagine you drink that sort of thing just to feel something. Ow. Escape from the giant fish. Should have checked if I was dead. I straight vodka as a teen. Oh dear. Started you young, did they? Oh dear. Now, I wouldn't recommend that for most teenagers. He's drinking rice vodka now. Yes, I am. Tastes like sake, except 40%. Not a bad drink if you like sake. But unfortunately, we've reached 3 hours, haven't we? Or 4 minutes off 3 hours, so I think we'll stop there. Now I'm having fancy whiskey. $400 a bottle. Fancy. That is some fancy whiskey. I've had sort of bottles that expensive at an old mate's place. You know, big investment banker type that I'm friends with. Fan of expensive spirits, including some sort of $1,000 bottle of Chinese spirit, which is honestly, mate, I'm going to admit, the Chinese spirit did not taste like it cost $1,000. It tasted like I had scraped the burnt teriyaki, you know those sauces that use rice as their main rice or rice wine as their main ingredient. Imagine that, except burnt and scraped off the bottom of a grill. That's what that alcohol tasted like. Awful stuff. Awful stuff. But he had some fascinating bottles of expensive Japanese whiskey, actually. The sort of, Suntory Royal. And a Nicker by the barrel, but the expensive variety. $40,000. That would be one of the old Macallans, if I were to believe that story. The Macallans can get up to that sort of price. Perhaps a Glenfiddich if they were lucky, a 50 or a 60-year-old Glenfiddich. Not a PS2 games I can buy with that money. Yes, you can play PS2 games over and over again. You can only drink whiskey once. Well, I hope you share, mate. That sort of whiskey isn't to be had by yourself. That's the sort of whiskey you show off. And I hope you showed it off. 75-year-old Japanese sake. Now that is a one, isn't it? Do they even age sake for that long? Anyway, I'm not to claim anything. I'm not that. I suppose I'm not that. There's one thing you need to know about J. Hank. It's he really loves his PS2 games. Anyway, let's jump over to the end of the screen so we can finish up now. Yes, I wasn't aware they aged that sort of thing for that many years. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. BGM, oh yes. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Sorry, I had the games music still in my earphones, so I couldn't hear. Thank you for the reminder. Anyway. 55 years. So, I'm not too sure about sake, actually. I'll be having a trip to Japan next year, and I hope to be able to learn more about their alcohol scene. Because I know Australia is quite an active, you know, sort of alcohol scene. I quite enjoy the gins and the rums, actually. There's quite a few good Australian rums. But gins and all that sort of thing, particularly, are quite fun these days. We have a lot of wine in Australia. So there's a big scene in Australia for alcohol, as you would probably know. And I'm hoping when I go on my trip to Japan next year, for quite a while, it's quite a long trip, I'll be able to learn more about sake. You know, I feel like I don't appreciate sake enough. It's true that it's not really to my taste. But I understand. It is, though, when you drink it with the right food. When you have food with the right sake, oof. Goes down like water. Beautiful. But yes, you've all been a good audience. And as many weird flexes as you've had, Lucifer-kun. It's been good to have a new name around. But I do need to run to bed, unfortunately. Yamazaki! Oh, yes, Yamazaki 50. That is an expensive bottle. Yamazaki, eh? Wow, you really treated yourself, didn't you? That'd be one of their oldest. I have heard of it, though. Yamazaki 50. I've had a few of the Yamazaki 40, I think it was. Wasn't quite the 50. Sorry, I'm not quite that bourgeoisie, but I've had a bit of the Yamazaki 40. Not purchased myself. The power of knowing the right people and being my age is you know a lot of people who have enough money to purchase that sort of stuff, and you can have it for free. It's all about saving the money. Yes, Yamazaki 50. But yes, you've all been a good audience. As much as I'd love to continue this on, I really do need to go to bed. Unfortunately, I'm a bit old and it's a bit past my bedtime. You've been a good audience, everyone. Thank you all for watching, but yes. We'll be back tomorrow. Goodness, these numbers you're throwing out. Making my head spin. Oh wait, that might be the vodka. The rice vodka might be doing that, never mind. But yes, thank you for being an audience. Might have to slow down. You can come back and tell me about more. I'm very interested. It's fascinating stuff. You know, I'm very interested in that sort of stuff. Drunken sleepiness. How you're still awake? You know, you get that second wind, J. Hank. That's how I'm still awake. You get a second wind when you stay up long enough. I've discovered. It's not a great second wind. I couldn't do anything beyond playing video games and talking to all you fellas. But I'm going to pass out the moment we get down. Don't be mad if I don't come to wake you up. I might not be. I'm not too sure. But yes. Tomorrow we'll be playing another Chiller's Art game. This one will be... What did I say? I've forgotten what I've even said I'll be doing tomorrow. Give me a moment. It was one of the other Chiller's Art games. He's high on Sekiro. It's a fun game. I really enjoy Sekiro. Yes. The Ghost Train. I can be in all this then 6 hours easily. Oof. Then you have to hunt me down. I did say I was in Queensland, so you already know what state to look in. But yes, tomorrow morning, about 10 AM for me, probably 7 or so for you all fellows, I'll be starting to play The Ghost Train, another Chiller's Art game to continue our Halloween adventures. Have a plane ready in 30 minutes. Fancy. Fancy sort of fella. Well, as long as you come wake me up and I can jump on a trip on that plane with you, I'm fine. If you do turn up tomorrow, mate, as long as you bring a dram of the old Yamazaki 50, I'll be happy, mate. Own 4 companies. Ooh, look at you. Certainly more of a motivated man than I. I can barely run 1 company. That does seem sort of like the money. We'd be better than my others, I wonder. I don't know what this game would be like. It's just one of the few Chiller's Art games I haven't watched. But, you know, you can come and visit old Lucifer, as long as you bring some of your nice alcohol. Alright? That's the sort of, price for entry. The toll to the troll, I suppose. Give me a dram of it. You know, 1 or 2 shots, and I'll be satisfied. Always have alcohol in the jet. Wonderful. Well, then if you come to visit, mate, make sure you bring the goods. Anyway, as much as I'd love to keep talking, I do need to go have a rest. Fortunately, I'm not like all you young'uns, mate. Can't keep myself up that late. So I'll finish as I always do. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the giant, murderous koi fish bite. 43, oh, I see. Well, it's good to meet you. Good to meet you. And I'll be signing off for tonight. Thanks for spending the time with me.